look who joins us now. The winner of yesterday's PP&K is our friend Kasey Studdard, the lifetime Longhorn national champion, and big part of our station in the past, and hopefully again. What's going on there, Case?
Oh, just feeling good after a good victory yesterday. But I mean, what did y'all expect?
I had the long odds on you. The odds were you couldn't make any money betting on you yesterday.
No,
I promise you.
Hey,
I figured that.
I'm a few kicks away from winning that thing.
Come on, man.
I knew you had me beating the passing the entire time.
And field goal.
Yeah, but two of those field goals were near misses. One wide left, one wide.
You
right.
know what it's like to be second place. You lost in state, so you understand what it feels again. So it's like it's those little things.
Making it personal.
No, it's just the little things. You know what I mean?
Personal.
It's like excuses. They're like buttholes. We all got one. You know what I mean?
That's true. I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying it was closer than people thought, or maybe you would have thought.
No.
Oh man, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, if the ball had air in it, I would have punted that thing 55.
55.
Did
you ever handle any specialty duties in high school, or punt, or what'd you do?
High school, I was a backup punter and kicker.
That's right.
No way.
Yeah, because it's called an athlete. I'm dead serious. I was an All-American at O-line and D-line, played linebacker, all that.
Hey, true Iron Man.
True Iron Man.
I played middle linebacker. I was destroying people. Well, it was Colorado football, so I know I'm going to hear that. So there you go.
That's funny. Now, by the way, you're from the state of Colorado, but a lifetime Longhorn and more, a legacy coming to Texas. What's the word back home about this Deion Sanders mania?
Before the 3-0 or the 2-0 start, is it 3-0?
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. Yeah. So before the 3-0 start, the buzz was already there, because I went up there right in the middle of spring ball or whatever. Me and my dad went up there and visited with all the coaches, and Boulder was already, on cloud 9. You know what I mean? So and then now that they came out there and they banged some heads, 3-0 now. But it's good though. It's good to have CU football back. I missed, like me growing up, I always remember those CU Nebraska games.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like just headbangers.
That was when both programs were really good.
Yeah. And that was like, it was that, and then watching the Longhorns tumble around during that time. But no, the buzz in Colorado is the hype is real, but a lot of people took the over in that game, and they lost their ass. A lot of bettors lost their ass in that CSU game.
Yeah, they did. A lot of bettors did. And now they've won 3-0. They play Oregon tomorrow, so that'll be a big test. They're a 3-touchdown dog in that game, and Oregon's number 10 in the country.
You think Coach Prime's showing the players that line, saying that the people in Vegas don't respect you?
Well, of course he is, but
making it personal.
There's a reason Vegas builds all those casinos, right? They get these things right more often than not. I think it's fair to say that week 1 they didn't know much, and TCU played an awful game, and Colorado had the element of surprise and played great.
Yeah.
In this case, we've now seen 3 weeks. We understand
it's leveling out.
Oregon's number 1 offense in the nation.
Yes.
There hasn't been nearly as much trash talk from Coach Prime this week, I've noticed.
Well,
because he knows his defense isn't. And he doesn't have his DB.
He's missing his best player.
He's missing his
on
best
both sides
player
of the ball.
On both sides of the ball, where, this is a lockdown corner where for a fact if they try him, he's going to either get one or he's going to lock down one side of the field. You know what I mean? And that's for you to be as a coach to know this side of the field's okay. You can cheat the other side a lot.
And his son's on the other side, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, but that's
Shiloh.
what I'm saying. So it's one of those things where it's like, your whole defense changes this week.
For sure.
Because you don't have one side of the field locked down.
And your offense. I'll play some sound for you from Coach Prime before the top of the hour that you're going to like, Case, if you hang around with us. Really good stuff talking about, his young receiver, Horn, how he got him fired up for the game while he was struggling, that they ended up coming back and winning against Colorado State. But we'll see. Oregon's a different animal. Bo Nix at quarterback. Dan Mullen's lines of scrimmage are strong. That's one thing Mario Cristobal left at Oregon when Dan Lanning came in from Georgia, is they had good lines of scrimmage, and that's where Deion struggles, and he knows that. He talks about it. I mean, he's got to recruit, and that's why he's bringing in Warren Sapp, help coach his D-line,
yeah,
and bring some dudes.
Yeah, I mean, but he's Deion. He has all the credentials in the world. He's won from every level. And he's never not won.
Well, and the thing that's been most impressive is how well coached they are, right? It's one thing to bring all the.
He has Coach Brew there.
Coach Brewster.
Coach Brewster is single-handedly. He knows how to get kids. You know what I mean? He's a great recruiter. And
they're disciplined, right? They're fundamentally sound. Look, and I thought it was great discipline by them last week not to overreact when Colorado State was throwing some cheap shots, right? And Jay Norvell's team was underdog and heard it all week long, and there were some really cheap shots, and I never saw Colorado react to that and fall down to that level. They just played and won the football game. But that's Colorado. What do you make of Texas here through 3 weeks? They're 3-0. They're back into the top 5 in the country. Feels like they're heading in a good place. What have you seen so far, Case?
I like it, but it's still that play up, play down to your. Did I just cut out?
Nope, that was me. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, that play up, play out to their competition. You know what I mean? And that's just hard for me. But it's been like that for 15 years. And I've been talking to some of the guys like, well, Casey, that's just what it is. That's what it is.
What is that? What do you mean? The players on the team?
No, like the last 15 years, it's just been we play up and down to our competition.
Yeah. Well, how did you guys elevate that? Because there was, when you took over at Texas or got here, they were winning 10, 11 games. Rod was there. Yeah. Rod B. And it was really about that one Oklahoma game.
Yeah.
Mac was great at getting you guys pumped, and this staff was great. How did you guys, and then, player-led kind of stuff. The players have to hold the bar, right? I mean, those are the guys that know who's
doing. But the games that you're supposed to win, you're supposed to win. You're supposed to dominate people by 56 points.
Well, I don't know if this team's there yet, but.
Well, what I'm saying is if you're going to go out and play like you did against Alabama, that should be your mentality every week and go hammer people in the mouth. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be able to move them off the ball, but you can't move,
Wyoming
or Rice off the ball. You know what I mean? Like that's wild to me. So my whole thing is if the O-line can play consistently like the D-line does, have some crazies over there trying to maul people, I think we'll be a great team then.
That's awesome.
I just want to see. That's all I want to see is I just want to see
for the first time
a full game dominance.
In a full time. And by the way, we're going to call Quan Cosby here in a minute and check in with him too. He grew up in Waco, so he knows this Baylor crowd pretty well and what's going on in Waco. Also, Quan was inducted into the Longhorn Athletic Hall of Honor this past weekend, which is really cool. And we'll talk to Quan about some topics around football. Last thing about the punt, pass, and kick. Were you ever nervous? Were you ever nervous against this guy?
I wore like PSG shoes. I didn't even have athletic shoes on.
Yeah, that's how nervous you were.
Yeah.
And you went out there, and I heard you heaved it pretty good. What'd you get on your distance for the pass?
Like 46, something like
46, almost 50 yards. You beat him bad on that one. And then the punt.
48, yeah.
It's kind of difficult to punt in those shoes. I figured they would fly off your foot.
Well, it's a flat ball, so the ball was, what I always was told was, you kick it off the bone off the top of your foot.
Yeah, that's right.
But,
What high school did you go to in Colorado?
Highlands Ranch.
And you were the offensive and defensive All-American in Colorado and around the country. Played linebacker too?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever they needed.
Yeah, no, on defense it was I don't know, I think I had 110 tackles a year, that type of stuff.
All right. What would you do to try to block Micah Parsons?
Bring someone with me. We're going to take two of us on this guy. I mean, he's a monster.
You ever seen anything like him?
I have seen some stuff like him, but he's not the biggest guy that he's doing. You know what I mean?
250.
You know what I'm saying? So, and he's not as big as Von Miller either, like lengthwise measurables.
I always thought JJ was because he was so big, right? JJ Watt was 6'6" and 295, and
but
he was quick.
But the thing about JJ Watt is that he would play himself out of the play so much. That's the reason why we lost so many games, because they would rush for 175, 200 yards on us because
he's upfield out of his gap.
Yeah, upfield out of his gap, and it's like, okay, you can get your sack dance and your few tackles for loss, but we're losing games because you're not doing your game.
Yeah,
but that's
what Brecken Hager used to do.
Brecken
all the time.
Look at you calling out your boy. Come on now.